I've got to do something special. What? There's got to be something special I can do for Christmas. Wait. No, that wouldn't work. What about an animation? Everybody's... No, that would be stupid. Still, there's got to be something I can do. Wait, I've got it. I know what I can do. Yes. I'm gonna make a Christmas special. God, Whitney, how many times? You can't do it. It's pathetic. You're supposed to try and hit. Oh! Can we just? Yep. Can we just cut the clips? Yeah. Okay. While most people played World of Warcraft or similar games, I was playing on Runescape. Ah, yes, Runescape. Alas, those fond memories spending hours chopping down new logs, mining rune essence, and selling them at the Grand Exchange. Wait, what was this? I guess so. Okay, this is not how I remember Runescape at all. Before I stopped playing this game, they started changing the way the weapons looked in the inventory, and then I quit. If you were a serious old school gamer like me, there is a classic RuneScape option, which still retains some of the old graphics. I don't know why, but near Christmas time for a couple of years, I'd always get in the mood to play this game. There isn't much else to say. I mean, it's RuneScape. It's right there. What more do you want from me? Go! Go, Wait! Go! 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 You can do it! Go! 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 It must be said that under any normal circumstances, this isn't really a Christmas game. And you'd be right. Every Christmas Eve, my parents would hold an open house evening where their friends would come in and I'd be stuck looking after their kids. One year I was waiting for everyone to start coming over and I found this game. It was so addicting. You level up, you get new arrows, different powers, and all that lovely stuff that Flash games had at the time. I remember having to dart down the stairs to see to somebody, and then rushing back upstairs just to play the next level of this game. Nothing says Christmas more than shooting an arrow through somebody's head. This was a toss-up between the Smash Brothers series, but in the end, I felt the Mario Party just had more of the Christmas energy to it. Even though both games have potential to sever friendships, I've never took losing in Mario Party to heart as I would in Super Smash. This Mario Party game in particular was the first one I've ever played. I went to my friend's house and he pulled out this game. I'd never heard of it before, but needless to say, the next day I begged my parents to get me it for Christmas. I don't really know what the consensus on this game is, but to me, the board games and the mini games haven't been matched for me yet in any of the other later installments in the franchise. I suggest getting 3 friends together and playing this. You'll find out which one of your friends is most likely to throw his controller at the TV. Not one you'd expect to be on the Christmas list. Maybe a Halloween list, but no, it's here instead. Nightmare Creatures is an odd breed of game. Playing it as a kid, I found it absolutely hilarious. Maybe I'm a little weird like that. Now excuse me while I tend to my pet lettuce. Let's just see how he's doing. What have you done? What did you do to him? What did you do? Why? The first enemy you come across is this guy. And I think this guy's seen better days. You can literally knock the stuffing out of him over and over. He just gets knocked down and gets back up again. Unless you slice him in 2. Then he's never getting back up. I am win! But just look at this. How could this possibly be frightening? All you need to do is change the music and you've got yourself a comedy sketch. I always found the way he shot the zombie funny too. How is this guy still alive? Like, doesn't have a head. There are a few levels that do have snow in them, but I guess this sort of falls into the realm of Dark Christmas, you know, like Nightmare Before Christmas or Edward Scissorfingers. Before I leave, there is one amazing secret to this game. If you type in this password and then input L2, L2, R1, R1, L1, R2, select, It takes the game to a whole new level of stupid. Look at this! Just look at this! Oh, I wonder what's about. Oh God, run! It's a baby wolf of doom! One of my favorite games growing up, and one I would return to over and over, was Sonic the Hedgehog. Back in the day before Sonic looked like this. What did they do to you? If you've ever played the original Sonic, you know how hard it was. All the way through the game, the levels have been wacky, colourful, and had a very similar vibe to them. So you're blasting through the game, and then you hit this level. And there's just something about it. If you've ever made it this far through the game, this sound is music to the player's ears. It signals an achievement. To have gotten this far through the game, this level was your reward. It would be easier to play on emulator. I prefer playing games with a good old controller in my hands. Now that's what I'm talking about, leak. The music reminds me of a classy Christmas. When you hear this music, you know the end of the game is so close, and all those hours of blood and sweat are going to be worth it. Throughout the level is scattered barricades and unfinished parts. It's almost like the game designers actually celebrated Christmas when they were designing this level. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for the PlayStation 1. Before I start, it has to be said that this game hasn't aged well. Not well at all, actually.
Oh, Harry, it's me!
Gee! So anyway, this game at the time was really immersive and had this indescribable quality to it. Just listen to the audio here. The use of silence fits so perfectly well and really amps up the tension and mystery in the game. This whole game has a calm fireplace sort of feel to it, which is probably why I relate it to Christmas. The Harry Potter movies always showed near Christmas, and it only made sense to play the games at the same time too. So I've said before, the graphics are lacking especially, and the controls are a bit rigid. I was puzzled for ages how to get these jelly beans, but that's because I forgot Harry Potter was an Olympic athlete. Not the sergeant jump. How stupid of me. Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex had amazing 3D for its time. Great puzzles and great gameplay, but the reason I kept coming back to this game was for one little white polar bear cub. I hadn't played this game since I was a kid, so I had completely forgotten about this character, and I cannot express how excited I was to play its levels again. Here's a quick reenactment. I didn't care about what was going on or where I was going. All I knew was this little guy was coming with me. This little guy never gets hurt. You can land in water, get blown up, hit poles, and even get killed by a killer whale, and he'll still come out unscathed. No, this can't be happening. All the good times we had together. Oh wait, he's fine. Diddy Kong Racing wasn't the only spin-off from Mario Kart, but we'll not talk about those ones. This racing game had a flurry of different snow-themed levels, and all of them had their own merit. There's Walrus Cove with its colourful lights, and who could forget that loop-de-loop? Snowball Valley had snowballs with faces on them? Like, what were they thinking when they came up with this? It's bloody terrifying! But the one that's made it on this list is Frosty Village. The start sign is propped up with candy sticks. Already it's got Christmas written all over this. So the race starts and you're like, yeah, I've seen all this before. Same old Christmas tree. And then, boom! This scene right here. And then, it's just Christmas. The moon, the houses, and that music. The amount of times I've walked down the streets, snow in the air, and an orange glow coming from inside the houses. It's just an amazing scene. But it gets better. The amount of times I've had to watch my friends get lost in this pot was hilarious. What made Diddy Kong different from Mario Kart was its weapon system. If you go into one balloon, you'll get a regular weapon or boost, that sort of thing. But if you go into the same balloon multiple times, you can upgrade that and the weapon gets stronger. One of the rarest balloons is the magnet balloon, which just so happens to be in front of one of the houses in this track. If you get 3 of these balloons, you can really mess with people. I used to do this all the time. I guess I'll never forget you, Frosty Village. Oh yeah. No matter what platform it's been on, Rainbow Road has a reputation for being one of the hardest all Mario Kart tracks. There's many reincarnations, and the one I remember loving was the Mario Kart Double Dash version. It has to be admitted it's kind of lacking that rainbowness that made the other tracks stand out so much, but out of all the ones I've played, this one for me personally was the hardest, with very few handrails and corners that are extremely tight. It can be tough for even the experienced player. This again is tied to that whole Christmas Eve and open house story I mentioned earlier. I'd hook up my GameCube to the TV and stick on Mario Kart before anyone came over. The chocolates? Well, let's say if they were late. No, there'd be none left. With regards to the latest installment on the Wii U, the old Rainbow Road finally got a revamp, and it looks magnificent. Those thwomps don't mess around at all. If I had to pick a Rainbow Road track that gives me that Christmassy feeling, I'd have to go with the Wii U version. It has that classic paneling on the floor, fireworks, and that music. I just love it so much! For this one, we're gonna have to go on a journey. You know what it is? I bloody love this game with a passion. I remember. yeah. Let's just not add that in. I remember going to an after-school club in primary school and blasting through the game. All the kids were like, "Oh my god!" Well, they didn't. They didn't sound like that. It was more like, "It's pretty good." But anyway, what really brings that Christmassy feeling is one certain level, and that's Schwarzwaldtor. I'm pretty sure that says Ice Cavern, but I changed the language to German and I haven't really figured out how to get it back. You win this time, young me! What puts this level above everything else on this list is the music. Everything about this song reminds me of winter and Christmas. The instruments, whatever the hell they used, because I have no idea, it replicates the sound of a snowstorm so well. And then it happens. This part of the music, this frickin' part is... It's like they just bottled up Christmas in a jar and left it deep inside for every 8-year-old kid to find as they go so far through the game. To me, it feels like fun. When it snows, I turn off the lights, crank up this tune, and watch the snowfall go. The music has a cold harshness to it, but the playfulness of the instruments sync up tremendously well with the falling of the snowflakes. It captures the moment when as a kid, you see it snowing for the first time so perfectly. That's it for this Christmas special. Let me know what your favorite thing... So let me know what your favorite games or things in games to do with Christmas are in the comments below. And until next time, Merry Christmas! You did it, buddy! You did it! You did good! If you want to see more videos like it, click these annotations, and there's even animations, and I do those sometimes. when I've got time. I like to draw. Bye. Brittany, you're supposed to hit him in the head with the football. It's supposed to be funny that way.